The state park with a view. We hike, zip line, and explore Big Pocono ahead of fall foliage season. Plus, the farming legacy with this dairy family, part of the AgroLegacy of the Northern Poconos.
Taking a train tour with Bri Dee, then Music in the Mountains, tour one of the Poconos' largest music venues, and a small town theater bringing history back to life. And the stories of 4 nonprofits doing life-changing work in the Poconos and how they're being recognized this month.
And in another Pocono showcase, Gary C. offers up a sneak peek with the indie rock fusion sounds of LittleBird and the Bad Eggs.
Hello and welcome to Pocono Mountains Magazine. This September and throughout the fall, we're climbing high with Treetop Adventure Course at Camelback Resort. Fun for the whole family. But where's Jim and Brianna?
I'm here, coming down the mountain coaster. What a ride! Good thing this thing has brakes.
And we're gearing up for an off-road adventure here at Camelback. Switchback UTV Tours is the perfect way to explore the mountain, which is part of Big Pocono State Park, where we find Jim. See you later. Woo!
It doesn't necessarily require a hike to the top. You could even drive up here to Big Pocono State Park with amazing views overlooking all of the Poconos. From way up high here on Camelback Mountain, there is so much to explore here at Big Pocono State Park.
At 2,100 feet above sea level, Big Pocono, also Camelback Mountain, is among the highest vantage points anywhere in these Pocono Mountains. On a clear day, you can see far-off landmarks beyond Pennsylvania, even the iconic Delaware Water Gap. And in winter, the mountain in State Park is a popular downhill destination for skiers, snowboarders, and snow tubing at Camelback Resort.
Yeah, this place is unbelievable. Like, look, you could probably see, 150 miles maybe. It's amazing. The view is amazing.
Hikers from Connecticut got to share in this view for their first time. Others have been coming here for years, hiking the trails or just picnicking at the top of Camelback and Big Pocono.
It's easy, super accessible. The drive in was really pretty easy.
On this particular summer day, visibility was low, but our spirits were high. Hiking out to an overlook with park manager Justin Wade, Steph Sherman, the environmental educator here, and PA's director of outdoor recreation, Nathan Regner.
From small Main Street shops like Dunkelberger's in Stroudsburg to major resorts like Camelback. Here in the Poconos, we have everything from high adventure to family fun. And it's the connection of all of these, along with arts and culture, that really makes the Poconos such a great outdoor destination.
Regner and his team are building a coalition for outdoor recreation across the Commonwealth to boost the economy and highlight the nexus of nature and nourishment for us all, baked right into the experience in all PA state parks, including Big Pocono.
Well, beyond its beauty, we see the mosaic of land and opportunity that makes outdoor recreation in Pennsylvania so great. The way our public assets like our state parks, our trails, and our rivers combine with local assets, downtowns, county parks, and businesses to form those beautiful public-private partnerships that are really going to help our outdoor economy grow and remain strong moving forward.
In moving forward, Big Pocono is surrounded with reminders of the past. Big rock formations that were left here by glaciers millions of years ago.
When we think about 20 million years ago, we're under a giant sheet of glacial ice that has just churned up the Appalachian Mountains at this point, and we're at the end point of it where all of that history and that power from the Ice Age just literally got melted and dumped here.
You could tell Steph Sherman loves her job, loves sharing knowledge with visitors to this place sometimes called Pocono Knob, a peninsula of the Pocono Plateau. The types of vegetation at this elevation are much different than the rest of the Poconos, but the view and perspective it provides is quintessential Pocono Mountains.
Here in the Poconos, we have over 200 years just of like resort and people coming to us from like urban areas. And I always love to remind people, like, you are part of a legacy here in the Poconos of living recreation and enjoying the peace and holistic nature that heals.
Camelback Mountain seems to protrude above everything else that is around it. It's really known by the locals. Some people, I've heard it called Pocono Mountain. It's pretty nostalgic almost for some people. You know, you've been up to Camelback Mountain, and it's something that everybody can do.
The accessibility combined with unique features make Big Pocono stand out. The cabin, more than a century old, where travelers once took refuge, now a historic feature. And the nearby fire tower, a newer old technology used to triangulate fires around the region.
This journal entry here is titled Thursday, April 16th, 1931. Everyone in office, statin tending fire calls. 18 fires today, weather warm, clear, and very dry.
We joined for a spectacular view with state foresters as the fall foliage shone bright last autumn.
On a clear day, you can see as far as the Catskill Mountains, which is about 100 miles away. But you can also see other iconic areas of the Poconos and farther south.
Intertwined right within Big Pocono State Park is a four-season destination in its own right, Camelback Resort. The ski mountain began operations more than 60 years ago. The state park and the resort work together to keep this mountain, the trails on the slopes, and the facilities by the hiking trails in tip-top shape.
Without that relationship, there wouldn't be Camelback. I mean, we do help with the maintenance and management of the state park, but also a good amount of the mountain is leased from the state. So without them, we wouldn't have the ski area, we wouldn't have the zip line, and we wouldn't have Summit House, the beautiful building behind us.
When Camelback opens for the ski season, access to the state park closes usually in December, reopening in spring. A relationship between the two that benefits everyone who comes here in any season.
It's evolved from, like you said, starting with the ski area, then adding the outdoor water park, snow tubing shortly thereafter, and then to the hotel and indoor water park in 2015. So the property has evolved. We have mountain adventures that began in 2010. So just as the property has grown, that relationship has become that much stronger.
Hi. Woo! Thanks for exploring Big Pocono State Park with us. To learn more, head to PoconoTelevision.com. This has been Jim Hamill with the Pocono Television Network.
Looking out from atop Big Pocono here, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that for the better part of a century, there was a gentleman who headed up the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau by the name of Bob Ugassini. Mr. U, as he was affectionately called, and Mr. Pocono is now memorialized in this bench right here at Big Pocono State Park. If you want to learn more about his legacy and the Pocono Mountains tourism legacy, you can head to PoconoTelevision.com and check out the Pocono Perspectives with Chris Barrett and Mr. U, Bob Ugassini.
Autumn will be here soon, and this is the perfect way to explore the scenery. Come along for a train tour with Bri
and Dee coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Movies in Milford coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
More great stories on Pocono Mountains Magazine coming up. First, some Poconotables from across the region. Earlier this summer, Justin Wade, park manager at Toby Hanna, Gouldsboro, and Big Pocono State Parks, received the Governor's Award for Excellence, helping in a near-drowning incident with local emergency responders. That person was able to make a full recovery, thanks to Justin and others.
The historic Skytop Lodge has been named the nation's best hotel for sleep. Sleep Junkie announced the top honor after analyzing TripAdvisor data over a one-year period, narrowing down where guests reported feeling the most well-rested.
And who wouldn't sleep well after a day of hiking, golf, zip lining, the beach, pickleball? Brian, I think I'd sleep well too.
Woodloch Pines has again taken the #1 spot for Best Family Resort from USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. The Lodge at Woodloch has also won for the best all-inclusive resort in the U.S.
Officials with Monroe County Habitat for Humanity want you to have a heart.
The new owners of a former honeymoon resort in the Poconos, Pocono Palace, have donated iconic heart-shaped tubs to Habitat for Humanity. One will be on permanent display at its thrift store in Marshalls Creek, while another is being raffled off with proceeds benefiting habitat programs.
The Wayne County Farmers Market celebrated its 50th anniversary with a festival in mid-August. The market takes place every Saturday morning at Dave's Super Duper from spring through Halloween.
This new heritage center at Monroe County Historical Association's Stroud Mansion is nearing completion. The additional space will allow more artifacts and stories about the Poconos past to be on public display and ADA friendly.
Declaration is just another way to tell our story. It's made with Pennsylvania ingredients, wrapped in Pennsylvania history.
Declaration has officially been launched by Runaway Train Brewing in Honesdale. The official beer of America 250 PA celebrates all 67 counties in PA and is brewed right here in the Poconos. As we look to 2026, the semi-quincentennial of the United States, raise a glass and have some declaration.
No,
see you guys later.
He's gonna see us later.
Come on, friends I haven't met yet.
Noah, be careful.
You know Noah? I'll have the tomahawk. And so will he. This next one goes out to Ken and Janice.
Did he just call you Janice?
Kick how hard away.
It's Bri
and Dee. There are plenty of ways to enjoy the ever-changing scenery here in the Poconos, including by train.
And that's why we're taking you on a train tour in two of our small towns, Honesdale and Jim Thorpe.
What do you say we split up and meet here at the end?
Sounds good.
All right.
See you later.
Passenger trains in the Pocono Mountains, and today I'm starting here in Honesdale with the Stourbridge Line. And Jeff here is going to join us for the ride to tell us all about it.
Alrighty, well, we're happy to have you aboard.
So Jeff, tell us about what you guys offer here excursion-wise and what guests can expect when they come on this train.
So we offer a variety of excursions from Easter all the way to the end of December, featuring kid rides, adult rides. We have a princess and superhero train. There's pumpkin patch. We do a couple murder mysteries. Our dinner train is our best-selling event. And the fall foliage, probably the best season of all. And Christmas. And the winter trains, you see a whole different look. Every season has its own beauty.
And I feel like it's an experience that you have to come try out for yourself.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You can't really explain it. You do a website, you tell people what it is until you do it and feel it. It's nice to get people here, and when they get on here and see what they didn't even realize was here. Even the locals who live here don't even realize what we have. So it's neat to share it with everybody. I always tell people, if they're coming from a distance especially, the town has so much to offer. Come early, and you could easily spend an entire day in town.
There's a lot of great eateries and shopping, and so you can eat, you can shop, and then you can come ride the train.
You can eat, shop, there's, you name it, it's there. I do feel like I've learned a lot in the last few years, but there is so much still. Carl, one of our other conductors, is very knowledgeable about the trains and other ones in other areas. I think it's a job that you never stop learning. So it's a great job. I love what I do. And when people like what they do, it's not work.
Now we've made it
on our second passenger train here in the Poconos, the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway, picking up and dropping off from the beautiful town of downtown Jim Thorpe. I've got my ticket and we're with Stan, one of the car hosts. Stan, thanks for taking a break from your job to talk to us a little bit today. Tell us about this ride, what people can expect.
We go 7.5 miles up through Lehigh Gorge State Park along the Lehigh River, and there's historical narration to go along with it. It's great for naturalists and train fans. We see a lot of different train sites. We go through the Jim Thorpe rail yard. We go across a couple nice rail bridges. We talk a little bit about the history of the area. The ride itself is 70 minutes.
And we're sitting in the open air car, which feels so nice on a breezy summer day, but there's different places that people can sit, different views from different areas of the train.
There are. There's the open air, which is nice. There are no windows on the sides, just the railings. There is a roof to protect you from the elements. We also have a standard coach if you don't want to be out in the breeze. We have a dome car where you sit up in an elevated dome, and it has curved windows on the top as well. And we also have a crown car that's air conditioned. It's kind of like the standard coaches.
And the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway operates year-round. Do you have different excursions throughout the year?
We have excursions beginning in October for fall foliage that will operate daily. People love seeing the different foliage on those rides. Right after Thanksgiving, we start up our Santa trains. We have cars decorated for Christmas. Santa comes through with his helpers. We give treats out for the kids. We play Christmas music. It's really nice. You can stay in Jim Thorpe. There are restaurants, there are shops, there are different tours that you can take in Jim Thorpe. You have the Asa Packer Mansion, the Old Jail Museum, things like that.
As a car host, what do you do?
What I do is basically help people on and off the train. I collect their tickets and I tell them a few stories along the way. I talk to them, find out where they're from. But people come from all over the world and ride this train. It's amazing. Everybody loves trains.
Wow, I had such a great time on the train in Honesdale today.
I had a great experience in Jim Thorpe too, and you can learn more about our 2 passenger trains in the Poconos
on Poconomountains.com.
We're Bri and Dee with the Pocono Television Network.
Some places were made for more than just watching movies. Here at the Milford Theater, the past comes to life on screen, frame by frame, story by story. Every screening here is a chance to connect with history, with community, and with the enduring magic of cinema. In 2020, 2 passionate, like-minded film lovers joined forces to create something truly special.
I had recently taken the job of restoring and renovating the theater and needed to start programming once we were going to be opening in 2021. I did my research on who was already doing really cool, artistic, interesting things in town, and I heard about John DeLeo doing historic film series events at the Hotel Fauchère on a small screen. He already had a built-in following, so I called him and we started to talk about what a historic film series could look like, would look like.
I write books about classic film, and so I initially got involved locally with the Black Bear Film Festival when they started trying to get older celebrities to come and they didn't know what to do with them, so they'd say, well, there's that guy John, he writes books about classic films. He'll talk to them, and that's how I got going with them. And so I kind of had a reputation locally. I always dreamed this would be a thriving performing arts center, and it's happened, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it and have my own little niche. This has been such an amazing way for me to express my passion for classic movies, to have this forum, and to curate with Beth and Kiara what kinds of things we want to show, and to open people's eyes to movies of the past. I thought I saw every Jimmy Stewart movie, that kind of thing. And to think, okay, I'm gonna give this experience this week and I can't wait to share this. I think with the classic movies, so much of it is about seeing the history, how things have changed or how things have always been in certain ways the same. It's fascinating because the movies stay the same, we change, and so when you revisit something at a different age, suddenly you're identifying with a different character than you used to, and it's an ongoing process.
They both invested their time and passion into this venture.
It was a no-brainer to bring film back into this historic theater, it started as a silent film house back in 1911. And so it was, an initial reaction was, we have to get film back in the theater. And because my career was as a film producer for 20 years, it was really important to me on a personal level that we have an outstanding roster of films, and certainly John has brought that to the theater.
What I love about it, it's like making the Turner Classic Movies experience live. The host comes out in the room with you. You get to watch the movie with other people, have the communal experience. Then the host comes back and we have a Q&A. And so to make that come to life and to be a part of it, it's kind of my dream gig. You try to make it special, right, in an event. Someone can say, I can see this movie on Turner Classics or AM, whatever, somewhere. And so, like I said, I do come out and do my intro. I usually wear a costume inspired by the film. The impact of the Q&A to make it something where not only did I see the movie, it was really good, I really enjoyed it, I learned something, I met some other people in the theater because the conversation continued into the lobby, and so it is more than just seeing the movie.
What began 5 years ago was more than just a series of screenings. It was a revival of the theater and a partnership built on vision and creativity. And the story's not over yet. It's just getting started. I'm Deanna Fontanez with the Pocono Television Network.
Hi folks, I want you to meet Ellis and his granddaughter Ashley. They're part of the AgroLegacy of the Northern Poconos. They have farming in their blood, and we want to share their story with you. That's coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
This edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine is presented by St. Luke's Monroe Campus and East Stroudsburg University.
Okay, Deanna, get ready to eat my dust.
No way!
Deanna, pit now, it's important. I'm gonna win it, man. I'm gonna win it. I won. I finally outfoxed her.
Actually, Chris, I won. With all the things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Race to the fun or relax at your own pace. The Pocono Mountains, where speed meets relaxation.
I didn't win by that much.
Pocono Television Network is everywhere you are, including broadcast, cable, and streaming. Download the free PTN app on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and iPhone, Android, Google, and smart TVs. Or rescan and get the PTN digital signal in Philly, Harrisburg, Baltimore, and Scranton-Wilkes-Barre. Or if you're on cable, PTN is on Blue Ridge, Service Electric, and more, where you can watch PTN, the Pocono Television Network, anytime at PoconoTelevision.com.
Hi, it's Jim Hamill, and for generations, farming has been a way of life for families all across Wayne County. At one time, there were 1,700 dairy farms across the county. Now, just a few dozen, but one of them is here at Ellday Farm in Pleasant Mountain. We want to introduce you to Ellis Dix and his granddaughter Ashley, who are part of the AgroLegacy of the Northern Poconos.
Well, at 1 o'clock in the morning when I get up, try to get my breathing going so I can go out and get those cows too. It's a good feeling to be able to go out there and bring those cows in for another day and look when the daylight comes at the surroundings, the pastures with the cows are grazing in. There, you feel better?
Yeah.
Huh? You feel better, girl? To have some help with my son and granddaughter who come every day to help me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this. Well, I guess they go back to Dad rented my great-grandfather's farm up in Starlight. He taught me to drive the tractor to pull the rope, to pull hay up off the wagon into the mound. Also, we had this old cow that my dad taught me to milk, and there was a picture of me sitting on a half-bushel basket milking that cow before I went to school. I'm on the Ag Preservation Board, and we have a lot of farmland in Wayne County that has been preserved for the future of farming down the road. And I think agriculture is still here to stay in Wayne County. There's not as many dairy as there used to be, but there's a lot of beef animals that are coming to Wayne County now. And some horse farms, there's a lot of horses.
Ellday Farm has been part of Wayne County agriculture since 1961. At nearly 90 years old, Ellis Dix is still getting out into the fields with his family and his herd every day. It's a big reason for the creation of AgroLegacy of the Northern Poconos, which certifies the food and farm products with this symbol are grown or produced right here in Wayne County, and supports farmers including Ellis Dix and his granddaughter Ashley.
So I think AgroLegacy is just a great program, and I'm a hometown girl, so I take a lot of pride in my hometown, Wayne County, so I think it's great that we're making an effort to just kind of broadcast this greatness that we have right here in Wayne County.
I think it's a good program to help get our products and agriculture out before the general public, and I think we need to do a lot more of that to make people aware of what we have here in Wayne County.
You're just chewing your cud. What do you see? Huh? Proud to say I'm a 9th generation farmer. Pretty unique life I think I live. It's not everyone that can say that you work alongside your grandfather and your father every day. It's a different connection. We have quite the team here.
The reason I keep doing it is because I love to do it. I still manage to keep going and get down there every day that I can. It's a part of my life. It's what keeps me going.
My whole family, chips in and, makes the effort, because this certainly does take a lot of effort. But we all are very passionate about what we do, so that's what makes us wake up in the morning at 2 o'clock in the morning and have a long day, We do the same thing at 2 in the afternoon, twice a day, and everything's always changing. Every day, we might have a new calf, or it's just a lot of motion, a lot of things in gear here.
You're your own boss. That's the big thing. You want to take a day off, you can do it. You can make your own decisions. If they're wrong, you'll learn from it. And it's just a great life, and a way to raise your family is just so great.
Families like the Dix family of Ellday Farm, part of the AgroLegacy of the Northern Poconos. You can support them and others. Go to agrolegacy.org, where you can meet more farmers living out their AgroLegacy. This has been Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network.
What Mount Airy Casino Resort has to do with organizations doing life-changing work here in the Poconos, coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Plus, another Pocono showcase with the indie rock fusion sounds of LittleBird and the Bad Eggs.
Great things can come in threes. We can prove it. Case in point, Great Wolf Lodge.
It's great family time. It's great kids stuff. It's great splishes and splashes. It's great sunshine time. It's great you alone time. Or not.
Best of all, it's in the Pocono Mountains. Who says good things can't come in threes? Great Wolf would say, hot paws. Right, honey?
Every year, the Pocono Mountains Community Fundraiser, held here at Mount Airy Casino Resort, supports nonprofits doing life-changing work in Monroe County. Now in its 22nd year, the event has raised more than $3 million for our neighbors in need. This year, 4 nonprofits are receiving funding, and the Pocono Television Network is proud to showcase their stories. Take a look. About 5 years ago, Anna Karen Flores Alfaro moved to the area with her son after escaping domestic violence. She felt lonely and struggled starting over in a new place as a single mom.
It's just hard because, I don't have family here, and I did come from, a very close family. So, it's not like I can call them and say, hey, can you help me? Because everything's hard right now for everybody.
Family Promise of the Poconos and Executive Director Tamaki Johnson helped her secure temporary housing and eventually a permanent place to call home.
She always thought about like the school districts for my son, the good school districts too. So I'm very appreciative of that.
The organization operates emergency shelters for homeless families with children in Milford and Stroudsburg. Families also receive long-term support through case management, rental and utility assistance, diapers and furniture, school supplies, and more.
Last year, Family Promise of the Poconos served about 150 families here in Monroe County, and that need continues to grow.
I like to push them, so to see them gradually doing what they like their goals are and things like that, that makes me very happy. Knowing that they're going to their own space. They have their own room now. They have their own bed to lay in. So that fills me up with a lot of joy.
Today, Anna Karen and her 13-year-old son, who proudly made his school's football team, are thriving and found family through Family Promise.
With anything I've needed, they've really been, a great help.
And I was at 1 or 2.
Cynthia Lang is grocery shopping, but she's not at the grocery store, and her bill is free.
It's a lot of help. You get a lot of food here.
Cynthia takes care of her husband, who has limited mobility, and money is tight. They rely on the Salvation Army in East Stroudsburg's food pantry to get by every week.
And they give you a lot of choices of produce and vegetables and all different things you can make meals with.
Last fiscal year, the Salvation Army helped nearly 40,000 people in Monroe County through this food pantry and a number of other programs,
including an emergency shelter on site for individuals and families, rent and utility assistance, plus a soup kitchen serving hot meals and hope to anyone in need. The organization is also known for distributing holiday meals, winter coats, and Christmas toys, with faith at the forefront.
The Salvation Army has been in Monroe County for 125 years. At the beginning, back then, it was pretty light and simple. Now we're to the point where about 40% of the population needs some type of assistance.
Sandwich for hubby.
Back at the pantry, Cynthia has a full plate in life, but also on the dinner table, thanks to the Salvation Army.
I know I can come here to get food and last, for at least a few days anyway.
I became the other person on the other side.
Tiffany DiStefano found the strength to leave what she calls a toxic home situation. After securing stable housing for her kids, Tiffany found herself couch surfing at friends' houses, then living in a car.
You gotta stay hopeful. You definitely do. Can't give up.
She found a safe place to stay and got connected to important resources thanks to Metamorphosis Women's Empowerment Initiative in Stroudsburg, which provides a variety of in-house and referral services to women from all walks of life. For founder Sharice Sanders, a sexual assault and domestic abuse survivor, the mission is personal.
I was looking for resources to kind of help me out of that place, and really didn't find any here in Monroe County that could speak to me being a middle-aged African-American woman. So I said, you know what, if I can't find it, then I'll create it.
Metamorphosis offers several programs, including the Everybody Eats Project, an emergency food service, and the Rebirth Project of the Poconos, which supports formerly incarcerated women.
Yolanda Stewart is part of that reentry initiative. After serving 90 days in jail for a nonviolent crime, which she says was a misunderstanding, Yolanda needed emotional support.
When I came home, I ended up here. When I walked through that door, all I could say is, I'm home, because that's the way she greeted me.
From broken to brave, helping women achieve their personal metamorphosis. Scott Robinson didn't have an easy childhood. He lost his parents at a young age, and his siblings died from addiction. Scott himself fell into addiction and sought help when he was just 11 years old.
Had a lot of trauma, and I was in flight mode for many years.
31 years later, Scott needed help again and recently went through in-person treatment. This time, he did it for his kids and grandkids.
I couldn't do right by them if I didn't do right by myself first. And it all started with self-love and self-care.
Scott continued his recovery in the real world and found community at Northbound Co in Snydersville. The nonprofit provides free substance abuse and mental health services, including peer support groups, life skills workshops, yoga and artistic wellness, and transportation to and from important appointments that support long-term recovery.
We don't ask you what you got. We don't ask you where you came from. We don't ask you for anything. We just want to make sure that you get what you need, and if we don't have it, that we will connect you to somewhere where you can get what you're looking for.
And there are no barriers to getting help here. Anyone can walk through these doors and access services. You don't need insurance, a referral, or to be leaving a treatment facility.
The Northbound staff, all touched by recovery in some way themselves. Vice President Joe Mattioli is celebrating 13 years of continuous sobriety.
We want people to know we've made it. We want people to know that there's hope for them too.
Today, Scott is committed to staying sober, thanks to the compass keeping him northbound.
Northbound helped me in many ways, more than I could ever thank them for.
We hope you enjoyed the stories of 4 deserving nonprofits receiving funding through this year's Pocono Mountains Community Fundraiser, being held this month here at Mount Airy Casino Resort. Visit the website right here on your screen for more information. I'm Brianna Strunk with the Pocono Television Network.
Music, stunning views, and maybe a little love in the air, coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
At East Stroudsburg University, you will study with cutting-edge technology. You can perform in the classroom, field, or stage. You'll get involved on campus and off. You can have fun preparing for your future.
Great things can come in threes. We can prove it. Taste Point, Camelback Resort. It's great kid stuff. It's great splishes and splashes. It's great you alone time. Or not. And in wintertime, it's great skiing.
Best of all, it's in the Pocono Mountains. Great things do come in threes. Camelback, resort of adventure.
Welcome to Penn's Peak, one of the largest music venues in the Pocono Mountains. From amazing concerts to exciting events, delicious food, and breathtaking views, there's something here for everyone, and maybe a little love in the air. I had the chance to take a tour and sit down with their venue manager, Michael, who gave me a real inside look at what makes this place so special.
I think what makes it special for our guests is from the first step that they walk in and they've never been here, the jaws drop. They look inside the venue, they look around, and they know something special is going to happen here. When customers come to Penn's Peak or to Rhodey's Restaurant, they go out to both decks, the lower and the upper, and they get, on a clear day, a 50-mile panoramic view. I feel our strength is our diversity in our programming. Besides 90 national concerts in the evening, we do fun deck parties in the summer and the fall. We do upwards of 25 of them. We also specialize in weddings. For the past 20 years, we have upwards of 15 weddings a year. I met my wife here about 8 years ago. I invited her to a concert here in 2019. And my wife, being a passionate music fan, we shared so much in common that from that first invite to Penn's Peak, and I'm happy to say June of 2023 we were married right here.
Love and music make a great combination, and at Penn's Peak, you never know where you'll find it. From rock and country to blues and tribute bands, there's something for every music fan.
There's always something for everybody, whether it's an outside event or an evening event. There's not a bad seat in the house. Throughout all these great walls at Penn's Peak, we have literally hundreds and hundreds of signed posters from the artists that have performed here. From Rhodey's Restaurant to the green rooms, everything is signed, and our job for the artist is to make them feel at home. We try to give them a home away from home because we know their job. We know the crew's job, we know what the band job is, and we want to try to give them amenities so they can do it, they can hang out, they don't have to go to a hotel. It's a partnership between the venue and the artist. And if we do our job, it'll show on the performance on that stage.
So Michael, tell me where we are now.
We are at Rody's Restaurant. Once you're here for an evening of seeing a show, there's no need to go anywhere else. We have it all in-house. The deck parties at Penn's Peak is another amenity that we're very, very excited about. We start them right after Memorial Day, and we go until the end of October. It's so important to the community because it's free, no cover charge. It's really a good way of getting your friends together. Let's go out for a deck party, all ages. Penn's Peak, we're all ages, from very little ones to the very, very adult customers, and the best in regional entertainment. What's great now is, since we're over 20 years, it's another generation. Yeah. Think of it. So the grandparents bring their kids, and the kids bring their kids. So it's a generational community, family atmosphere,
where music, memories, and mountain views come together for an unforgettable experience. Whether you're here for the food, the show, or just the vibes, one thing's for sure, you'll definitely be back. See you at the Peak. I'm Deanna Fontanez with the Pocono Television Network.
Coming up next on Pocono Mountains Magazine, a little preview of the Pocono Showcase TV show with LittleBird and the Bad Eggs.
Everyone has a story, and your smile is the best way to tell it. It shows your confidence, greets new friends, and opens the door to new possibilities.
St. Luke's OMS offers all-on-4 dental implants, a revolutionary solution to help you regain your smile.
Dental implants are a minimally invasive procedure that provides a permanent alternative to traditional dentures that will give you immediate results and enhance your quality of life.
Get the smile you deserve with St. Luke's OMS. Contact us today.
Great things can come in threes. We can prove it. Case in point, Kalahari Resorts and Conventions.
It's great food. It's great beverages. It's great you alone time. Or not. It's great splishes and splashes. It's great kid stuff.
Best of all, it's in the Pocono Mountains. Great things do come in threes, and Kalahari sets the standard for flying.
Hi, I'm Gary C. from Poco 103 Radio. Here's a sneak preview of our new Pocono Showcase TV episode with LittleBird and the Bad Eggs.
Up with a funny feeling, warm and safe, staring at the ceiling. Thoughts are swirling, but my mind is numb. Last night you said that I was astounding, and how you love it when I laugh. Now what am I supposed to do with that? So we'll just keep on playing this game we're playing, saying everything we're not saying. You and I could be the best of friends. So give back those thoughts that you borrowed. It's just as well that by this time tomorrow you never know that we're the best of friends. We're the best of friends. A little too much. I like the attention, and by the way, think I forgot to mention your quick replies always make me smile. Well, it's been fun. We're birds on a wire, but it smells like smoke. It looks like fire. One wrong move and we'll both go down in flames. So we'll just keep Those thoughts that you borrowed, it's just as well that by this time tomorrow you never know that we're the best of friends. We're the best of friends. So choose to lose a friend. What's wrong with me? I can't pretend. The cards are dealt, the pieces all in play. So you just keep on playing this game we're playing, saying everything we're not saying. You and I could be the best of friends. So give back those thoughts that you borrowed. It's just as well that by this time tomorrow you never know that we're the best of friends. We're the best of friends. Ooh,
Who is the little bird among you guys?
I think that's me.
All right. And your name is Sarah.
Yes.
Last name is?
Lanier.
And introduce your cohorts here.
Okay, so here I have with me two of the original Bad Eggs, Carl Palmieri over here and Chris Condell.
I got to ask you how you came up with the name. It's great.
It's sort of a funny story. Well, Carl calls me LittleBird, and actually random people have called me LittleBird over the years, so we thought about that. And then I wanted a band name where the band had its own identity. Yeah. And my ex used to say that all musicians were just terrible people and I shouldn't be hanging out with them, that kind of thing. So it was sort of a joke, like the Bad Eggs is my band. So. Do
you have a history of perhaps writing show tunes or something? Because they sound like show tunes sometimes.
They do kind of, don't they?
Yes.
I've always said Bitterness kind of feels like it should be a Broadway villain song.
Right.
I don't have a history in writing that. I love that kind of music. I just like really dramatic music that makes me feel something.
As a child, I'd climb up in a tree and sit for hours, telling all my secrets to the flowers, never knowing anything was wrong. Then like thunder, condescending voices fell upon me, pushing me to where they thought I should be. These childish ways won't serve me anymore. All inside, I learned how to hide behind a smile. I'll show you what you like. I won't put up a fight. I'll sing for you, and I'll try to keep myself in line, but it's always there inside. Older, I realized I couldn't get much smaller. Looking in my eyes, you wouldn't find her, that silly little girl I used to be. So I wandered, I went to find some flowers I could talk to. They said all the same things that they used to. The voice that I was hearing was my own. Inside, 'cause I don't want to hide behind a her she'll be fine. That little girl inside, who I've always been. If you can see what makes you different, you'll always feel alone. I want to belong. I won't hide behind a smile. Now I do what I like. You'll see me take flight while I sing for you. And I won't keep myself in line. I'll show you what's inside, who I've always been.
Here's to another great Pocono showcase. And we're ending things here back at Camelback Resort around the toasty fire pit at Trails End Pub and Grill. And while you're here, be sure to check out their brand new restaurant, Alta Vida, for a Mexican flair on the mountain.
Also cheers to the fact that Treetop Adventures is back open here at Camelback Resort. Perfect place to take in all of Mother Nature's grandeur here with the changing leaves in the fall season.
Such a beautiful time. Thank you for watching the September episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine. We'll see you again next month.